Over a several-week period, whilst on holiday in April 2021, the devastation of the Admiralty Reserve came to my attention as I observed the degradation and breakdown of trees and shrubs opposite my house. After talking to several people, I became aware of the process of picking seeds in the Admiralty that had got right out of hand, from just a few pickers to groups of 5 and 10 women at a time. The stripping of the forest was not local, but I observed the same process taking place while on a visit to Simbali Golf Resort on the north coast of Natal. The two plants that the pickers had in their sight were the seeds of the Strelitzia nicolai and the Dracaena electriformis. While the bylaws of the local municipality specifically forbids the cutting of or picking of anything from the Admiralty Reserve, none of the pickers I observed kept to this rule. Made into the forest by the pickers, oblivious to the damage they were doing to the environment. Pathways became the entry point for all that followed to the destruction of the forest vegetation. At the entrance of each of these passageways, the destruction of particularly the Strelitzia was observed, for if they could not hook down the seeds, they simply chopped or broke the Strelitzia down. The Dracaena had bracts of green seeds ready for ripening, but these were stripped of every last seed, knocking down the plants in the process. Just a simple walk along the path to the beach was testimony to the damage that these pickers had inflicted on the forest flora, and in the process taking a heavy toll on the bird life, duikers, monkeys and other small mammals in the forest. Piles of Dracaena bracts could be seen scattered amongst the broken plants and piled up along the forest pathway for all to see. This was not the simple picking of a few seeds, but wholesale vandalism on a massive scale. The pickers may be the face of the forest destruction, but it is those who gain most from the seed trade that need to take responsibility for what is going on in our environment. It is those nurseries that buy the seed in large quantities for whatever reason, and those pharmaceutical companies that have found a way to use the bilirubin in the Strelitzia seed for women's cosmetics that need to be taken to task for what they have done. If we all do not act now against the nurseries, pharmaceuticals and seed pickers, a lot of irreversible damage to the flora and fauna of our Admiralty Reserve will be committed in the name of financial greed and women's vanity.